Let's go to the front of the Herald Sun. Not above the law. Infection control boss stood down for mask breach and refusing test. A boss of Victoria's quarantine infection control team has been stood down after leaked documents revealed he refused a coronavirus test at a hotel and breached mask rules. Dozens of confidential reports written between January and April were exposed on Wednesday, detailing a litany of breaches, failings and issues in the state's hotel quarantine system. These include a nurse trying to give a return traveller a banned nebuliser and a frontline medical officer defiantly vaping inside a quarantine hotel despite being warned by health staff the e-cigarette mist could promote viral spread. Now, we know that the hotel quarantine system, Caleb, in Victoria has been put under tremendous pressure in the wake of what happened 6, 8, 9, 10 months ago, which resulted in the deaths of more than 800 people. This is sobering stuff, and you can understand why the Andrews government's so quick to sanction this fellow.
Well, no wonder the Victorian hotel quarantine system failed when you've got the bloke who's meant to be running the show, the big boss, refusing to obey the rules. And they're pretty basic rules. I mean, we're talking about he went to buy a coffee and when he came back after consuming his coffee, refusing to put his mask back on. You know, I go on a plane, you have to wear a mask in the airport, you have to wear a mask on the plane, except when you're drinking. No one quibbles about you taking it off when you're drinking, but you put it back on afterwards. You just follow the rules. You've got to do this sort of stuff. We all have to do it. And if you are the boss of the whole thing, the whole shebang, you should be doing it more than anyone else. It doesn't give you any right to say you are above the rules. In fact, you should be demonstrating the rules. I mean, the bloke refused to have a test after going through a quarantine hotel. Everyone who is in a quarantine hotel should be tested on a regular basis, if not a daily basis, workers, visitors or otherwise. Why should the boss of the whole operation be any different? The arrogance seems to be quite astounding. So to have not taken any action, to have not imposed any sanctions would have looked so weak, because we know that everything that went down in Victoria in terms of the virus getting out and them ending up in more than 100 days of lockdown came down to the virus spreading out of quarantine hotels. So they've got to take this very seriously. And if the boss of the whole thing isn't taking it very seriously, well, God help us all.